Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sixer Sense podcast. I'm your host Lucas with Chris and his Tom Selleck-like mustache today. Hey Chris, sorry. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Lucas. How have you been?
I've been all right. I can't get over the Selleckness of the stash.
I am trying it out while my hair's this short.
Right.
It's not a normal look for me. I'm aware. For people on this podcast, they probably know that well. But Lucas, we're doing the top 100 today. It's been a while since we've done this.
I just miss making fun of you. No, I mean
Yeah.
not you, not your list. I make fun of your list, not you.
Well,
I would never make fun of you, Chris. Never. But
sure,
your list,
thank
I
you.
will. I will.
Well, these are normally our best episodes, is when you just get to roast me for an hour straight. So,
well, the good news is after this, you get to roast me for 5 straight episodes because I'll be making position ranking lists.
that's right. So
Yeah.
I'll get my I'll get my revenge eventually. All right.
Eventually.
We're just gonna go from 100 to 1 in 10-player chunks. Does that sound good to you, Lucas?
Yeah. Do you have any honorable mention before we get started?
Honorable mentions. I mean, I will note that I didn't put any of the rookies in yet. Just
That's fair.
we'll let them play. So obviously, I think Cooper Flag will be a top 100 player this season. I would have considered Dylan Harper pretty strongly had I been doing rookies, CMB, all those guys. Honorable mentions. I think Zachary Richache is really close to up there for me. After the second half of the year that he had in Atlanta, I think he's going to take a leap this year.
All right.
Would not shock me if he is pretty firmly on the list by the midway point of next season. Jakob Poeltl, CJ McCollum, Dylan Brooks, RJ Barrett.
CJ didn't make it. Okay.
Anthony Simons.
Dylan
Those are some of the big guys that didn't quite crack it for me.
Okay, fair. I mean, I would have had CJ and Brooks, but I get it.
Yeah, it was tough. There were some hard cuts. If I missed anyone,
I will probably be like, that player is not as good as CJ McCollum or Dylan Brooks.
I figured that's fine. I'm willing to accept that. Anyone?
How many Sixers should I be looking for on this list? 1, 2, 3.
I guess 4.
4.
I think.
Oh my. Okay. All right. That's more than I anticipated.
Well,
all right.
I'm a homer at heart, I guess. All right.
Let's go.
Starting at number 100, Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I have Herb Jones of the New Orleans Pelicans.
I feel like that's low, but okay.
At 99, I have Nickeil Alexander-Walker, now of the Atlanta Hawks.
I guess I get it. I would have had CJ or Dylan over him, but I get it. Okay.
Sure. 98, I have Jared McCain of the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yo! 23 games, dude. Or 22 games. Wow, okay.
He was
all
really
right.
good.
I mean, look, I'm not going to complain. As a homer, I'm not going to complain. I'm just, wow, okay. We were there already. Okay.
And he was the best rookie last year. I feel good about this.
So you think Jared McCain's already better than CJ McCollum?
Yes.
He's averaged 20 plus points for how many seasons?
Yep.
Okay. No. I'm making sure. Okay. I'm with you. I'm not going to argue. I'm just making sure that we're here. This is how we're doing it.
Look, if you put Jared in Washington next year, he'll average 20 points. Okay.
Fair enough.
97, I have Naz Reid of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Seems a little low, but okay.
96, I have Peyton Pritchard of the Boston Celtics.
I don't know if I would have Peyton above CJ.
He had a really good offensive year last year.
I get it, but CJ would have had the same year if he was coming off the bench.
They're very different players. Pritchard's like a crazy good shooter in
a way that CJ.
He is, but he's not like the Pritchard kind of like 35 foot.
Let me ask you this: does Peyton Pritchard remind you of like the short point guard version of J.R. Smith without the hops?
No.
What I mean by that is like they're willing to take pretty much any shot.
Yeah, I think Pritchard might be. I don't know. J.R. Smith was great, but Pritchard's a different kind of like.
I'm just saying, like the willingness to shoot whenever. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But, okay.
I mean, I think Pritchard definitely has the advantage of playing in Boston. Like that scheme is just kind of tailored to him, and maybe he's tailoring his skill set to that specific scheme. But I think it worked really well last year. If you want to say CJ's better, that's probably fair. I'm not really going to fight you on that.
Okay.
95, I have DeAndre Hunter of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Maybe, I don't know. Okay, that's fine.
Sure. Yeah, he was really good last year.
He was a good sixth. He was a good sixth man.
94, I have Bradley Beal, now of the Los Angeles Clippers.
Oof, I guess so. I don't know.
I think he'll have a good year.
I mean, he's bigger than CJ, so I guess I can get. Yeah, okay, sure. Why not?
Are you going to compare the next 40 names to CJ?
Maybe. I just feel like there's a lot of CJ hate in your list. That's all.
Well, I wouldn't say it's hate. It's just
disrespect.
Someone's got to be left off. All right.
Yeah.
93. I have Josh Hart of the Knicks.
That seems low. Okay, fine.
Wow, everyone seems low apparently. 92. I have Tari Eason of the Houston Rockets.
That's appropriate.
One of the best defensive kind of bench spark plugs in the NBA. I have Toumani Camara at 91 from Portland.
I like that.
Another high-level defensive player who's still figuring it out on offense. Okay, any big takeaways from that group of 10 for you, Lucas, other than CJ McCollum?
I mean, you got Jared McCann in the top 100 playing 23 games. I mean, I'm happy to see a Sixer there. I am. I'm not complaining. I swear I'm not complaining. I'm just surprised. I'm genuinely surprised.
Obviously, there is a level of prediction that goes into this in the preseason. I'm predicting that McCain will be a top 100 player next year.
So do you think he's going to be significantly higher next year?
KD?
No, I said, are you predicting that he will be significantly higher next year?
It's a good question. I think so. I would guess that he ends up higher than 98 when the season's over.
All right.
All right, 90. I've got Brook Lopez.
I am a little surprised he's still on the list, but okay.
89. I've got Michael Porter Jr.
Wow.
Going to get some buckets this year.
He is going to get some buckets.
Some weird things on podcasts. 88. I've got Devin Vassell of the San Antonio Spurs. Should be healthy.
I thought you would have had him higher.
Had a bit of a weird year. I think if he's healthier, he's going to have a chance to rise up.
Okay.
87, I got Malik Monk, who the Kings just want to get rid of, apparently. I think he's really good.
I think CJ's better, but okay.
Oh, well, I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
86, I've got Walker Kessler of the Utah Jazz.
Okay.
85, I've got DeJounte Murray. The guys coming off of injuries / the guys who were hurt were a bit tough. Kind of just left them where they were out of, there's some maybe an asterisk or a question mark there. But I got DeJounte Murray at 85.
I'm kind of surprised you got him on the top 100. I know you're not a big fan.
I'm skeptical in certain ways, but he is a good player at the end of the day.
Okay.
84, I got Jalen Duren of the Detroit Pistons.
Sure.
Had a really good year. 83, I've got Derek Lively of the Dallas Mavericks.
Sure.
82, I've got Miles Turner, now of the Milwaukee Bucks for some reason.
Is this just like the 80s ranking is like 80% of centers?
No, it just worked out that way. 81, I've got Kobe White from the Chicago Bulls. Rounds out that chunk.
All right, I don't hate it. I don't see Malik Monk as a top 100 player, but okay.
Interesting. I would disagree, obviously. All right. 80, the Slob Wizard, Josh Giddey.
Oh, I was very confused. I was Slob Wizard. I'm like, which, what? Okay, that's fine. I'm surprised you had him in your top 100 because I know how much you hate him.
I don't hate him. He just wasn't very good that last year in OKC, but prove me wrong, I guess.
Yeah, he looks better. We'll see.
79. I got Aaron Nesmith of the Indiana Pacers. Had a crazy postseason run. Really good 3-and-D wing. 78, in a somewhat similar mold, I've got Christian Brown of the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
Had a real breakthrough year. 77.
I think I would have flip-flopped Nesmith and Brown, but that's fine. It's not like a big deal.
No, they're close. 77, I've got Lou Dort, the torture chamber, one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA.
I feel like that's slightly lower than I would have had him, but I that's just fine.
Well, you know me, I just hate the OKC Thunder. I'm always
Hate it.
disrespecting them.
I wonder how many Thunder players you have on this list.
I think I have the appropriate amount.
What do you think is the appropriate amount?
I don't know. I think 6.
Wow, 6, and you just named Lou Dort as your worst one. That is crazy.
Am I wrong?
Okay, hang on. Let me just think here. So Lou Dort's your worst one. You clearly have, SGA, Chet, and Jay Will.
Yeah.
You have Alex Caruso. Who's the one that I'm Hardenstein?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
All right. 76, I've got Alex Caruso.
Okay, depends on what you want to use them for. I think Dort has a little bit more of an offensive game, but like Alex Caruso is a little bit more defensively versatile. But Dort's stronger as a defense. Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, they're very close. I would just like to note that Tobias Harris is not on this list.
Thank goodness.
Going back to my many arguments about Tobias.
Look, that was like 3 or 4 years ago. This is, old man Tobias Harris that we're talking about now.
Oh, sure. That's the problem.
And he's not on the Sixers anymore. More importantly.
All right, 75, I got Brandon Miller of the Charlotte Hornets.
I feel like he should be higher, but I get the injury concerns.
74, I've got Austin Reeves of the Lakers.
I feel like side note about Austin Reeves. I feel like the Lakers should trade him. Trade him for somebody that fits better next to Luka as a two-way player. Because I don't think you're going to be able to retain him this summer. Not unless you extremely overpay. And I would not overpay for... Like, Austin Reeves is nice, but I would not overpay for him.
Yeah. I think that's fair. I think for the right player, you definitely consider it. I do think
who would you trade Austin Reeves for? Like, what two-way player is he? Is he worth Lou Dort?
No, I wouldn't do that. I think Reeves has a higher ceiling just with the offense.
Well, okay, what two-way player does make sense next to Luka? Jeremy Grant's too old. Wouldn't do Jeremy Grant, right?
No.
I'm trying to think of like a guy that works next to him that could become available. And he's only making $13 million a year, which makes it really hard to trade him, actually.
Yeah, well, he's going to get paid here pretty soon.
Do you pay him and then try to trade him? But if you overpay him, then it's not going to be able to be traded, right?
Yeah, so I think one thing with the Lakers is that they're pretty much banking, it seems, on LeBron not being here more than another year. So if you pay Austin Reeves and then LeBron walks or retires or whatever after next season, I think it's a bit easier to build out a roster that can compensate for them both.
Well, I mean, yeah, because Kyrie's not
worked really well. I think you can establish a similar dynamic there.
But like Austin Reeves is not even close to the offensive player that Kyrie is. Like Kyrie's offense is on a different stratosphere.
No, but like I think you can see the vision. I don't think they don't work.
Vision. I'm just saying, like Kyrie's lack of defense was offset by his tremendous offensive skill, and like Austin Reeves is good offensively, but he's not Kyrie Irving level good. But I get what you're saying. I'm not saying that you're wrong. They might go that route. I don't know. I wouldn't. I would try to trade him. I don't know what you trade for him. That's the only thing, right? Like, what can you trade for? Like, I think you might have to like try to trade. I don't know. I don't know. That's tough. I don't know. Maybe Zion gets bought out and then he goes to LA. I don't know.
There you go. Yeah, something will come up.
A front court of Zion and Aiden in terms of like burnouts as a number 1 overall pick. Oh gosh. Okay, that would be crazy.
Yeah,
with Luka.
I don't know how that would work.
They would just need Marvin Bagley, the backup at center, to make it perfect.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. 73. I got Zach LaVine of the Kings.
Okay, what's your reasoning? I don't necessarily disagree, and I'm kind of curious to see who you have because he's like, I know he doesn't defend, but he's a really efficient 3-level scorer.
He is. He's like a really talented scorer.
Offensively, he's a top 50 talent.
I think, yeah, I think you put a lot of these guys into like tiers, right? I'm not going to sit here and say he's like way worse than the guys that are a few spots ahead of him. The guys that I generally have ahead of him are just more dependable defensively. That's probably a common theme. I think that's been a pretty big factor holding Zach back through a lot of these stops. A lot of it is just the teams around him are very good, and that's not his fault. But he is pretty rough on defense, and obviously he's gotten a lot better as a playmaker. But he can still be a bit one note as far as the scoring goes. But that he's a really good player. If you want to bump him up a few spots, I would not fight anyone on that.
I think I would have him in the low 60s, but
yeah, that's totally fair. That he's in the same range as those guys.
Okay.
72, Julius Randle of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Wow, no, Julius. Well, he was the second option on a team that got to the Western Conference Finals. He's a dependable two-way player, though. He can defend. He can defend.
He's fine on defense.
It's not like he's a liability.
I would say he has certain matchups get the best of him.
Well, of course, but that's almost any even most defenders will have.
I would say his weaknesses are more pronounced than I was speaking offensively. I think he can be really harmful offensively when he's not in the right situations or when he's not in the right way.
In it wasn't until the conference finals against an elite, historically elite defensive team.
But that's like if you can't perform in those situations, you're going to be
no, Chris. No. We're not doing that. No. You said yourself that this was
Randall's postseason.
Historically elite defensive team. Look, even Shaq struggled
Randall's
against Ben Wallace.
Is very spotty. It's not like he's only been bad against OKC. He's had a lot of bad postseasons in the past.
But this year it turned around. He played good.
He had a very rocky regular season. He had a
rocky series. Beginning to the regular season, but towards the second half, he put it together.
2 good series does not negate the concerns, especially in the third series. You just completely fall apart. It is what it is. He's very good. He has some flaws.
I would have him in the 50s. That's just me.
Okay, well,
I think you're wrong, but
okay.
That's the point of this list, is to tell you when you're wrong.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 71. Running out this group is Denny Avdia of the Portland Trailblazers.
You are projecting high on Denny Avdia. I mean, and I'm all for it. I'm just wow.
He's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, if he builds off of what he did at the end of last season, averaging 26, 8, and 6, Blazers are going to be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have a good year, I think.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see how the roster in Portland turns out. I don't know if I trust all his teammates. I don't know if they're a contender yet. We kind of talked about this on the West Power Rankings episode, but they should be an interesting team.
So is he your highest Blazer on this list?
Not quite.
Are you including Dame because he's going to be out for this? Yeah, that's a good question.
Actually, I forgot Dame is a Blazer now. But yeah, so let's keep going.
Your list. So you're including guys that will not play this year.
Yeah, I decided that I might as well.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to make sure. So you're gonna have Drew Holiday ahead of him too. I don't know if Drew's there anymore, man.
I don't know either, but he's there for now. I got DeMar at 70. DeMar DeRozan.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
69. I got Norman Powell. Now Miami Heat. We'll see if he can stay there.
I feel like DeRozan's okay, that's fine.
I think you're splitting hairs with those two. 68, I've got Drew Holiday.
See, I think Drew Holiday should look. You saw him last season in Boston. He was struggling. He was struggling to play big minutes.
You're the one who's been trying to convince me that Portland's going to make the playoffs this year.
They are, but he's going to be their 6th man.
But they have no one better than him. That's what I'm saying.
I think if you're betting on Shaedon Sharpe and Scoot Henderson to make the jump, then you got to give them the runway to actually make the jump.
I don't think they are going to make that kind of jump this year to the point where they're leading a playoff team.
I'm just saying, look, you can start Drew, but I'm not playing him more than 28 minutes a night. I mean, the guy's 35 years old.
That's
and
fine.
clearly declining on offense.
That's true.
It was hard to watch him offensively last year. And do you expect him to look better?
I wouldn't go that far. I think he had a rough postseason, but
I'm not even just talking about. I'm talking about the regular season too.
Yeah.
What did he average? Hang on, I need to. Basketball Reference. Drew Holiday. Last season, Drew Holiday averaged 11 points on 44% shooting, well below his average for the last couple seasons, and 35% shooting from the three-point line, well below his average for the last couple seasons. He averaged 30 minutes per game, well 2 minutes below his average for the past 5 or 6 seasons. Dude, no, Drew is on the downward trajectory. Like, he's gonna average.
I don't disagree. He's still a very, very good defender and a really positive force out there.
He's a great defender. I'm not saying that defense is not going to go anywhere. It's just offensively, I don't know. Like, if he loses another step, is he going to be even able to be on the floor at the end of games offensively?
We'll see. If that turns out to be true, then obviously he will fall down the list next time we do this.
I predict that Drew Holiday might not even make your list next year. Soundbite that.
It would not shock me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 67. I got Brandon Ingram of the Toronto Raptors.
Okay, that's fine.
66. I have your favorite player, Nikola Vucevic of the Chicago Bulls.
Why do you? I barely talk about Vooch.
You hate him. All you talking about is how bad he is now.
I don't think I do.
I have very vivid memories of this happening.
I think that Vooch can be a very good backup because of his offensive skills, but I think defensively he's just look, Chicago should have traded him 3 seasons ago.
I agree. That's absolutely true.
I don't know. Is there even a trade out there for Vooch right now? I know there's teams that need center. Can Boston make a trade? I don't think they. Oh, Anthony Simons for Vooch.
Yeah, if they want to win, they could. I don't know if they want to win, to be frank.
I mean, they want to win next year. Why don't you trade Vooch for Anthony Simons at the trade deadline?
Is Vooch going to be around next year?
I mean, he's 34, 35, but I mean, he's still. I would imagine. I mean, he played pretty well last. Hang on, let me check.
He had a great year. It was like a 2011 season, if I remember correctly.
Let's see. Last season, he averaged 17, 10 and a half, 3 assists. And shooting 40% from the 3-point line. I mean, he's going to be 35 this season. I mean, look, if you're flipping him for Anthony Simons, I mean, why not? If you're Boston.
That would be fair. I don't know if the Bulls need another guard, but
I mean, maybe you reroute Anthony to a third team.
Sure, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right. 65. I've got Andrew Nembhard.
Could be higher after this season, but I think it's appropriate for now.
64. I've got Fred VanVleet.
I get that Fred VanVleet's good, but I don't feel like he's good. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but he's good.
I get that he's good, but I don't feel like he should be that high.
Yeah, but he should.
We'll see. Look, Fred VanVleet's old. How old is Fred VanVleet? Hang on.
He's up there. He's like mid-30s.
Because he only came into the league 10 years ago, but he was already 25 at that point, right?
Yeah, he's 31.
Oh, he's 31. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, that's not bad.
That's younger than even I thought. All right.
Yeah.
63, Paul George of the Philadelphia.
Yeah, honestly, I think you're being gracious here.
I am. I definitely am.
Because, honestly, I was expecting to hear his name in the 80s or even 90s.
Yeah.
Or, not even hearing his name at all, I wouldn't have been mad about it.
I do think I'm being extremely generous here.
We're hoping for a semi bounce back. maybe you're not averaging over 20 points, but at least be more efficient than you were last season. That's all that I ask.
Just be on the floor, really. I mean, that's the first step. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope I'm right.
So, like, pause on Paul George for a second. And I kind of wanted them to use him as a point forward this season. Like, I like stat line, like, because Maxi's not a true point guard. McCain, maybe can get there, but like, you don't think he's going to start. I think he might, but like, I think Paul George is going to be best served as like a facilitator at this. I mean, like, the guy can average like 6 assists a game. Like, he's done it in the past. So, like, if you're averaging like 18, 6, and 6, like, I'm okay with those stat numbers as long as like you're impacting the game.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I think if it depends on how he looks physically, because there were times last year where he just couldn't turn the corner as a ball handler. So I'm a little bit skeptical of being like, we're going to run the offense through Paul George. I think if Joel is healthy, if God willing, then you're running the offense through him still mostly in the half court.
I'm curious to see if you have Joel even in the top 30. I am curious about that.
Well, again, I'm being generous.
Okay. All right.
62. I've got Trey Murphy III from New Orleans.
Okay, that's fine.
Had a really good year. 61. I've got Isaiah Hartenstein of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
So, like, they're not going to be able to afford him after this year, right? Like, they're gonna turn down that option, that team
That's
option.
Fine.
Maybe Thomas Sarber becomes their other center.
He'll be good, yeah.
Where do you think he goes?
I don't know, Lakers.
Maybe Lakers. I could also see him going to a team to get another payday, and I think Charlotte could be an interesting fit.
Lakers might have cap space for 2020.
Oh, they will, because LeBron probably won't. Like, hot take, I think if LeBron plays out this season in LA, he might go back to the Cavs on a minimum contract.
I would believe that. I think that's possible.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, I mean, that's possible too. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think the Hornets are an interesting fit there too as well. Maybe Atlanta, if things with Porzingis don't work out.
Yeah, I think that's
Maybe Miami takes a swing. I don't know.
I think a lot of teams would benefit. I think he's a really good player.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, 60. We got Dyson Daniels of the Atlanta Hawks. 59. We've got Cam Johnson of the Denver Nuggets.
I feel like that's a little bit too high.
I disagree.
I think that's too rich for my blood. I would have him in the 60s or so. I think Julius Randle is better than Cam Johnson. There, I said it. Get at me.
Nope.
You're allowed. Everybody's allowed their opinions, even wrong ones, Chris. And you're allowed to have. You're allowed to have a wrong one. Yeah.
58. I've got Mikal Bridges.
I don't know. I got to see him this year in Mike Brown offense.
I agree.
Because he could drop very fast to like the 70s here, like in the Lou Dort range.
Yeah, there's some variables at play with him. All right, 57. I've got Lauri Markkanen.
That's fine.
56. I've got OG Anunoby.
Yet again, got to see the Mike Brown effect.
55. I've got Draymond Green.
Wow, I just. Like, I get it, but, like, also, like, how much... I get... Maybe I just don't like Draymond Green. I don't know.
I don't know if anyone likes him as a person, but he's a good player. Still, I think he had a good year last year defensively. There's that time where he was, like, maybe going to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Maybe. That wasn't really going to happen, though.
He was, like, the projected winner for...
Wait. I just realized something. Unless you're not going to have him on the list, and I know you will, because I know you. You're having Draymond Green below Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
Wow. You are terrible. Terrible.
I'm speaking my truth, Lucas.
All right. Your truth is wrong.
54.
It's a lie.
54, I've got Jalen Suggs.
That's fine.
53, I've got Jamal Murray.
That's maybe too high, but fine.
52, I've got Aaron Gordon. A lot of Denver Nuggets in this tier.
That's fine.
51, I've got Jared Allen. of the Cleveland Cavaliers?
I feel like he should be in that 70 range.
Interesting. I
I
think
think
he gets underrated. I think he gets kind of underappreciated in Cleveland.
I mean, maybe it's just because they don't run a lot of offense for him. I mean, he is
Yeah,
limited offensively, but I don't know.
I think he gets viewed as the fourth guy there because he's the fourth.
I was about to say he is the fourth guy there.
But
It's not that he's viewed; he is.
but he's a really good fourth guy, and he's the anchor of a very one of the best defenses in the NBA.
Well, he's the secondary anchor, but
yes, but
I mean, outside of guarding Joel and Jokic, he's a really great defensive center. He just can't handle the big body guys.
I would argue that Allen empowers Mobley in a lot of ways on defense.
Yeah, but they're probably going to trade Allen at some point, right?
And he'll be good wherever he goes, I think.
That's fair.
All right, 50. I've got Ivica Zubac of the Los Angeles Clippers.
That hot take. I feel like that's too low for him.
I appreciate that you're at least higher than lower. I think a lot of people don't appreciate him.
He had a really underrated year last year.
He did.
I guess maybe see another season of it and then put him in the high 40s. I think in 41 to 44 is his ceiling though.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, 49. I got Damian Lillard of the Portland Trailblazers.
I mean, until proven that he can't play.
What else?
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's fine.
48.
Okay.
Jalen Johnson of the Atlanta Hawks has a
He
chance.
could be higher depending on how the season goes, but that's fine.
47. I got Tyler Hero.
I don't feel like he's going to be in Miami for much longer. Do you get that vibe? It doesn't feel like that's his permanent home.
I think it'll depend on how this year goes without Jimmy. If they stink it up, then they might have to start shifting some gears. 46, I've got Desmond Bane, now of the Orlando Magic.
Okay, that's fine.
45, I've got Domantas Sabonis of the Sacramento Kings.
See, I feel like he should be in the 30s, but I get that him and the Kings had a down season. That's fine.
Totally fair. 44, I've got Scotty Barnes.
Does Scotty know?
Your guy.
Does Scotty know how to shoot a three now?
You know.
Or does Scotty doesn't know how to shoot three?
Scotty's a very good player and a very high-level defender. He's got
For those that don't get the reference, you're too young. For those that do get the reference, good job.
I don't get the reference.
You've never seen Eurotrip?
No.
Oh, we got to talk after the pod.
Okay. 43. I've got LaMelo Ball.
You don't feel happy. You don't feel happy about that. You don't sound happy that
just stay healthy, please. I think he's good.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, look, if he's healthy, he's potentially top 30. So yeah.
42. I've got Kyrie Irving.
Hold up. You have freaking Rudy Gobert above Kyrie Irving.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, what is I need to call your bosses, make them do a wellness check on you or something. Oh my gosh. That is crazy.
Held captive in France right now as we speak. All right.
Wow. If you have him in the top 30, I'm going to lose my mind.
We'll see. 41. I got Darius Garland of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
You think you think when healthy, Darius Garland is a better player than Kyrie. Kyrie Irving's still a top 30 player when healthy.
They're very close. It's a coin flip. I'm not going
to say it's not. It's not a coin flip. No, Chris, shame on you.
Shame on me.
Shame.
He's not even healthy anyways. So
shame. Oh my gosh. Okay.
40. I forgot Bam Adebayo.
That's fine. I think Kyrie Irving is drastically underrated, but Bam at 40 is fine. Technically, even Darius Garland at 41 is fine. If you didn't have Kyrie Irving at 42, oh my gosh.
Kyrie has his limitations.
He has limitations, but he's one of the best offensive players of this generation. When healthy.
Sure, yeah. All right,
Ah,
39. I've got Jaylen Brown.
disrespectful.
I love to disrespect Jaylen Brown. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Clearly you do.
I
Okay.
really had
Wait
to
a second. You have Derek.
check
Of course,
myself.
you have Derek White higher than Jaylen Brown. Okay,
Look,
fine.
man, look,
That's not. I'm not even mad about that because I should have seen that one coming.
putting Jaylen Brown this high really took a lot from me to I was being nice. All right, 38. I've got Rudy Gobert of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Thank God you don't have him in the top 30. But God, he
Sorry
should
to
be
disappoint
no, he should be in the 50s. He should be in the 50s, maybe even 60s. Shame on you.
We all have our takes. 37. I've got Kristaps Porzingis.
That might be too high for Kristaps, to be honest.
We'll see if he's healthy. Another one.
Yeah, that's an if healthy thing. Yeah.
Yeah. If healthy, I think he's really good. 36.
Yeah, that's fine.
Adding to the if healthy gang is John Morant of the Memphis Grizzlies.
I guess he was injured last year. It didn't feel like it, but
it was a weird year. If
we get John Morant how do I say this delicately? Social media blunders, then he's top 20.
Sure. Yeah. 35. I have De'Aaron Fox.
Okay. That's 35 for De'Aaron Fox.
It could be swayed into putting him higher. 34. I've got Derek White. I'm standing on it.
So you saying that when you're building a team, you want your point guard to be Derek White over De'Aaron Fox?
Not necessarily. I might want my point guard to be De'Aaron Fox and Derek White to be my shooting guard.
You know what I mean. You know, don't try to twist it like that. But you think in a vacuum that Derek White is a better player than De'Aaron Fox?
It's tough. Obviously, a lot of this is like situational, right? I think De'Aaron Fox is a better number one than Derek White.
Derek White, I will
enough
say
number
this.
one to lead a winning team. Like Derek. I think Derek White's a better complementary player.
I think Derek White is the best complementary player or best role player in the NBA. Yeah, I will give him that.
I think it's fair to value that more than like the 30th best number one or whatever. Like the
I don't know,
best
Chris.
Point guard or
that's
whatever.
That's a tough pill to swallow.
I could go either way there. I'm not gonna argue with anyone.
Of course, again, like Derek White's going to get so much opportunity this season on offense. Maybe he takes a huge leap and averages like 25 points per game. Who knows?
Yeah, it'll be really fun to see if he can handle it. 33. I've got James Butler.
Don't say that. He's gonna leave Philly again.
The Golden State Warriors.
And I want to pause here on Jimmy because I was listening to Keith Pompey, friend of the pod, and on Locked On Sixers, right? This morning I was driving to work and I was listening to it, and he made a very interesting, him and Mark, I want to say Mark Bossetta, is that his name? I can't remember his last name. No, it's Mark. Anyway, him and Mark were talking about like what was the turning point of the process going from success to fail. It's when Jimmy left. Think about it. Everything was going right, and then Jimmy left.
You didn't give up. It was when Sam Hinkie got fired, but yeah.
I mean, it depends on what you consider the process. I consider the process complete when you get back to the playoffs back in 2017. But if you're considering the process the length of Joel's career, like 1 year before Joel's career starts and then through Joel's career, it's the Jimmy Butler. The Jimmy Butler went from, but like me personally, because they were doing them at like a Mount Rushmore of process players. Now I wouldn't put the best players on that list. I put the most important players for me personally. And just like time out for a second, who would be on your Mount Rushmore of Sixers?
Of
process
Sixers? Like just time space or like importance?
I think importance. I'm not saying talent. So and I'm gonna say this. Process started in 2013 and ended when they made the playoffs in 2017. Fair enough?
Ended when they made the playoffs in 2017.
Remember when Joel missed the playoffs and Ben was
yes,
the focal point? I would say when they made the playoffs or when they made the Jimmy Butler trade. It doesn't matter. When they were trying to win. So were they really trying to win in 2017 or were they really trying to win in 2018?
I mean, my take is that the process is still ongoing and that it would
So
encompass
the process is
whole
still ongoing.
career.
So like, who are the most quote unquote? I think the process ended with Jimmy. I think when Jimmy left, the process ended.
That's
So
fair.
like,
I mean, I think it would be Joel, it would be Jimmy, it would be
T.J. McConnell and Rocco.
yeah. Well, see, those weren't like the best players, but
I'm
if we're
not.
going
Well,
on vibe,
I'm not doing best
like
players. I'm
who we
saying like
like the
most
most, then
iconic.
it's like Rocco, Dario, TJ, and Tony Roten or whatever. But it's like
Shout out Tony
Joel.
Ronan.
It's Joel. It's
Jimmy.
Ben. It's Jimmy, and it's James Harden. If you're going the most important and you want to stretch it out, but yeah, I would put Rocco on there
So is
somewhere.
Tyrese Maxey not part of the process?
Or Maxi, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I love you, Tyrese. But
Yeah.
if you're like trying to like pinpoint inflections,
Another
like, where
podcast for
things
another
could have
day.
gone, yeah, this is one we'll need to think on more. I think.
Yeah.
But
and have defined rules for it.
Yeah, maybe that'll be a future episode.
We'll ask ChatGPT when the process officially.
No, we're
ends.
not. No.
Hey, ChatGPT is a good tool. Anyway.
All right.
All right.
32. Alperen Şengün of the Houston Rockets.
I'm surprised you don't have him in the top 30. I mean, I'm okay with him at 32. I'm just surprised you didn't have him in the top 30.
Yeah, maybe it's too low. 31. I have Amen Thompson.
That's fine.
Of the Houston Rockets.
That's fine. I think Amen will clearly be the best player between the two of them when he fully develops, but
that's fair.
I don't know if he's quite there yet, but I'm okay with you having. Wait a second, you don't have Jabari Smith Jr. on your list. That is surprising.
He was another close cut.
Okay.
All right. I don't know how I feel about this one.
I don't know. I'm nervous.
30. I've got Tyrese Maxey.
Too low.
Too low. Well, I want you to hear who is ahead of him.
Okay, I'll listen in the top 20. Let's okay. 29 to 21. Let's have it.
29 is Paolo Banchero.
Okay, yeah, he's better than Tyrese.
28 is Franz Wagner.
I think Tyrese is better. Just hear me out. Like, Franz has not had a 3-point shot since his second year. And I get Franz is bigger. I get that. But, like, he is more limited in a playoff series.
Franz is like a really good defender.
But he's also more limited offensively in a playoff series.
Sure, but I mean, he's still a 25 point per game, 6 assists kind of player.
But he's not. He didn't average 25 points per game last year. Franz Wagner. Yeah, Franz. Last year he averaged 24, 6, and 5. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'll give it to you, but I don't like it. I don't.
I think he's getting better too still. 27, he's another guy who's just hurt, is Jaren Jackson Jr.
Okay, no, I'm putting my foot down on that one. Jaren Jackson Jr., if you are 6'10",
I know, he doesn't rebound.
He doesn't freaking rebound.
Yeah.
You cannot be in the top 30 if you're 6'10" and can't grab more than 5 boards a game. Shame on you. Shame on your cow. Shame on your ancestors. Shame on you.
I think that's a slightly, I don't think that's a fair way to evaluate a player. I think that's a little too.
I get that he can't guard. Not only that, he's 6'10" and he cannot guard actual centers. It's not like he's skin and bones. He's not.
He's one of the most impactful defensive players in the NBA.
You can be impactful, but if you can't guard guys your own height, then guess what? That you are a liability in some matchups. Like, you know how much better? No. Just listen. If he was able to rebound and guard guys his actual size, you know how much better Memphis would be offensively playing him at the 5?
Forward most of the time, anyways.
No, I'm just saying, like, if he could actually play center, you know how much more that would help Memphis? Like, they had Jay Huff as their third-string center because they wanted spacing, like Jaren Jackson should be able to provide at center, but he can't because he can't rebound and he can't defend under other bigs. I will die. No, Jaren Jackson deserves to be lower than Rudy Gobert.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting. That's a hot take.
Soundbite me on that one.
All right. I will if I can. 26. I've got Zion. Again, like, who knows at this point?
No, that's fine. Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't have him in the 30s.
Yeah, could be higher, could be lower. Who knows?
We really don't.
25. I've got
I did
Chet
see the picture
Holmgren.
of him in the off season with his little food baby out, showing off his stomach.
Oh, I did not.
It was not a fun picture to look at.
25. I've got Chet Holmgren of the OKC Thunder.
Honestly, I'm proud of you for not putting him higher. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I really had to self-control.
I bet you did.
All right.
I bet you did.
24. I've got James Harden of the Clippers. He's still got it. It's that video of the guy doing the jump rope on the ground. Like, what is it? Like, Unk still got it.
I guess my thing is like for the regular. If these are like regular season rankings, fine.
Yeah, regular season in games 1 through 6 of a playoff series, James is still a top 25 player.
But when we get to Game 7, he's like,
these aren't Game 7 rankings. All right.
I mean, I guess that's fine. He's higher than Jaren Jackson, which makes me happy.
I love James. He has a special place in my heart. All right, 23. I've got Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
22.
Okay with that.
I've got Pascal Siakam.
Ooh, that's an interesting take. You know what? I'll give it to you. You know why?
Thank you.
Because Pascal can actually is good defender. I'll give you that one.
He's very good.
And offensively, the gap isn't that big.
Yeah. He had a really awesome postseason run. 21. Yeah. Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks. I still believe. I'm still buying stock.
Okay, so you could argue. So going back to the Maxey thing, 29th.
Mm-hmm.
I reject your reality of having Jaren Jackson as a top 30 player.
Okay.
I reject that reality.
Sure.
And then like Zion, I'll give you him for now, but like that could shift as well. So Maxey, I guess 28 would be my spot right now. But I look, I'm not gonna. Yeah.
That's fair. Obviously, Tyrese can move up, just like a lot of these guys.
I think, like Maxey, the thing that really stopped him is last year he didn't know how to get out of the double team when it came to like at the end of games where they trapped him, and that's what I want to see the most improvement, like getting out of being double teamed or being able to lose the other team's best defender.
Yeah, he's got some like decision making stuff to clean up still. Mm-hmm. He's still learning how to be a quote unquote point guard, but he works really hard. He'll continue to get better, and he's just a crazy good scorer still. So yeah, he's really good. I don't want to make it seem like 30 is a slight or anything on Tyrese.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
20. I've got Devin Booker.
Okay.
Of the Phoenix Suns.
Is this projection or is this because of last year was not good?
I mean, 20 is still really good.
I know. I just really like Devin Booker. Maybe I'm just being a little biased here.
He could have a really awesome year and move up. Who knows? It's definitely possible.
Let me ask you this, because Hoops, there was a guy that I forget the name of the guy on YouTube, but he does like a positional ranking. Is Devin Booker going to be a point guard this year, or is he going to be the shooting guard? Because, like, do you really want Jalen Green to be your primary ball handler?
I think he is a quote-unquote shooting guard who's going to be their primary ball handler. Again, positions are fake. They're not real.
That's fair. Okay.
I don't think either of them are a natural point guard, but I think Booker will handle the ball more.
I was about to say Devin's definitely a better passer.
100%.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. All right, the next few should be really fun. 19, I've got Evan Mobley.
I think Devin's better than Evan Mobley.
That's fair.
Yeah.
18, I've got Jalen Williams of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
I mean, if you're look, Jalen Williams needs to take one more leap offensively before I say he's better than Devin.
He was so good in the playoffs.
I get it, but like you said, playoffs only matter so much, right? So like,
he was really good in the regular season too.
I'm just saying, I think I need a little bit more. I get that he's a much better defender than Devin, but I just need a little bit more
has
offense.
Zero real weaknesses. He's just like this. He's so well rounded. He does everything.
Just give me a little bit more, like 24 points per game this season. That's what I need to see.
Sure,
If
maybe.
he can do that, then I'll put him ahead of Devin. But for now, I
Okay,
can't.
that's fair. 17, I've got Cade Cunningham.
Okay, yeah, he's better than Devin. That's fine. Or he had a better season than Devin last year. That's fine.
16, Kawhi Leonard. Again,
That's
who
a
knows?
big health thing.
Is he gonna? Is his knees gonna survive? Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Question mark, asterisk, etc. 15, I've got Kevin Durant. Good player still.
Ooh.
Well, let's just get to 14. I have Joel at 14. Again, like the biggest question mark in the whole wide world, the biggest asterisk you've ever seen. Who actually knows what Joel is going to look like next year?
Joel 14 is fine. Actually, I think you're being pretty nice about that.
Yeah,
Kevin Durant at 15.
He could be in
Kevin. Is it because
top
of health with Kevin Durant, or are you projecting like a drop off?
I think he's still really good. I just like the guys ahead of him more as like leaders of their team at this point. I think.
Okay. Let me hear it. Who do you got at 13?
13, I have Anthony Davis. 13, I have Anthony Davis.
No.
I could see how you might want to flip those around. I'm not even going to debate it. But AD is still a really good defensive player.
I get it.
One of the best.
I get it.
Really good player.
I get it. But he can't shoot threes anymore, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's fair. 12, I have LeBron.
Ooh, LeBron not in the top 10. Are we projecting?
Again, you could. Who knows? He's old.
I mean, look, I wouldn't put KD past LeBron either, so that's fine. But I want to know who your top 11 are.
Well, at number 11, I have Donovan Mitchell.
No. KD and LeBron are better than him. I'm sorry. I get that I get that he's the quote unquote best player on the best team in the East, but like at least record wise. But no, I can't. Nope. And I'm going to say this:
durability and health kind of factors in with Donovan.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
I mean, he's like what 6'1", 6'2". We held that against Maxey.
6'4".
I mean, like we held that against Maxey, right?
So
passer. I mean, a little bit, but not worst defender.
Crazy, different kind of athlete though. I don't know.
I wouldn't, but
that's
fine.
Fair. That's fair. I'm not going to fight too hard on that one.
Mm-hmm.
10, I've got Anthony Edwards.
That seems low and slightly disrespectful.
Low? Okay, well.
He got his team to the Western Conference Finals 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
And he really didn't have help the second time. If you're going to be bashing, if you're going to be bashing Julius Randle, then he didn't really have
anyone.
help.
Rudy had an awesome postseason.
Oh my gosh.
9, I've got Jason Tatum. He's
that's
hurt.
Fine. That's fine. Yeah. That's
8,
fine.
I've got Victor Wembanyama. That might be a little bit of projection, but
that's a little bit projection. But like if he can stay healthy, then that's fine.
7, I've got Jalen Brunson.
Ooh, so you think Jalen Brunson's? Ooh, I think he's good. I'm not trying to disrespect the man. I'm not. But
please do. I hate Jalen Brunson with a passion. So
I think that his height comes into a factor here. I think it does. I like Wemby. Wemby and Tatum are just bigger, and they do. Honestly, I would put Tatum ahead of Wemby still at this point too.
That's fair.
Healthy Tatum. We don't know what Tatum's going to look like when he comes back. Hopefully good, but we'll see. But I think. Jalen Brunson, he's like what 6'4", 6'3".
Maybe
I think that does limit you in a playoff series, and it did. It
does,
did.
Yeah. The defense is a thing.
Well, I'm not even worried about his defense. He's not a porous defender, but you can get taken advantage of offensively if you have a quick enough long guy, on the other team. So I think, and that's shown. I don't know. Look. You could really. It's the top 10. But I would have Tatum. I would have Brunson 9, Wemby 8th, and Tatum 7th. That's just me.
I think that is like totally fair. Yeah, that is a very reasonable stance. 6, I have Tyrese Halliburton. He's hurt. Who knows?
I mean, yeah, that's tricky.
It's tough.
I mean, I would still that's a tough one. I don't know if I would have Tatum ahead of him. I don't think I would actually.
I think these 4 or 5 are fairly interchangeable.
Yeah,
depending on your preference.
Yeah.
At 5, I still have all reliable Steph Curry.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. All right. So here's where it gets interesting. I put a lot of thought into this, and I think
top 4. This is tricky. Yeah,
I think
I'm curious.
you're going to be surprised with my order.
I would assume that Jokic is 1, but now I'm worried.
At number 4, I have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's the appropriate answer. Yes.
At number 3, I have Luka.
That's fine.
At number 2, I have Giannis, and at 1, I have Jokic.
I have no problems with that. That's probably how I would do it too. Look, Jokic is still the best player.
Yeah.
I think Giannis is still probably the second best player because like he's bigger than those guys. Like height, when you get into the top 10, height and versatility does matter. Luka, yeah. And then like, and honestly, Luka and Giannis are interchangeable in my book. It just depends your preference.
I think a lot of people would argue that Shai is either 2 or 3 now.
No, I don't see that. And you know why I don't see that? Yes, he is an elite scorer. He's a good defender. I'm not going to say great defender. I'm going to say good defender because he's like not even a top 4 defender on his own team.
Well, you can have 4 great defenders on the same team.
Okay, my point being here, my point being here is that like he's not elite defensively. He's not he's a score first point guard. Like he doesn't really he's an okay passer, but like
Luka is also not elite defensively.
Okay,
I don't think that's the reason.
That's fair. That's fair. But like we'll see what Luka looks like this season when he's actually in shape. We'll see.
I think Shai is probably a marginally better scorer than Luka, and he is a better defender.
I think he's he can get to his spots better because he's more athletic. But I think
definitely
Luka's
better around the rim.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
in the mid range,
he's more athletic. Yeah,
Luka is a more dynamic perimeter shooter, and the passing is just crazy, and he can elevate teammates in a way that I don't think Shai quite can.
No.
That's
why
I went with Luka, but I do think that is a close debate. You could really
fine.
Switch those 3 around however you want, and I'm not going to argue too much. But I think Giannis still gets 2.
Yeah, and look, Giannis has 2 regular season MVPs. Shai only has 1. Luka has none. Yeah. And look, look, Jokic, I still like they were the only team that actually scared the Thunder, and like for good reason. And if I'm the Thunder, I look at their offseason moves and I'm just like, oh crap. They actually got on the bench.
I think Denver's going to be a real team this year.
They
were last year, but they're going to be a real team this year.
Yeah, like look, you can actually rest Jokic now. You can actually rest him a little bit.
Yeah,
because Jonas Valanciunas is not like he would be starting on half the teams. Yeah, maybe not half, but like a good handful.
But a few at least. Yeah, he's a very good backup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, I'm obviously higher on Cam Johnson than you are, but I think that's like the perfect spot for Cam.
No. I think that is a good.
So good
no,
there.
I think he's such a better fit than Michael Porter Jr. I'm not saying that he's a. I still don't. I think he's too high on your list, but I'm saying that I think he's a good fit for that team. Absolutely. Yeah. And you bring back Bruce Brown, maybe he can tap into that championship mojo again. Maybe not. But you have a bench now. You got some young guys that you can develop. You have a new head coach, David Adelman, who, by the way, son of a great head coach. Granted, he never won a championship, but hang on, is the son named David Adelman or was the dad named David? I can't remember. You know what I mean? Rick Adelman. There we go. Yeah. So I mean, there's pretty pedigree there, which in coaching does kind of matter a little bit. Look, I think it's a good. Well, that was quite the episode, Chris. We don't really have time to talk about anything else.
No, it was very fun.
Next week, go ahead.
No, I was going to say I'll put the rankings out in some fashion on Twitter this week so people can see them visually along with the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Follow us on Twitter at Sixer Sense. Follow us on YouTube at The Sixer Sense. And I'm at Kline NBA. Lucas is at Coach J_20. This is me wrapping up. This has been a very fun episode, guys. We appreciate you listening through the entire length of it. If you did, hope you did. If you're just checking in for the last minute for some reason, I would recommend that you go and listen to the 59 minutes before this. And until next time, go Sixers. Peace out. We'll talk to you soon.
Deuces. Yep, we'll be doing starting point guard rankings next week.